I know you're an agent here, but like, would you would you advise someone to rent directly from owners instead of going through agents?
No.
Because
For sleepers.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the life of Coco. For those of you who are just joining me today, my name is Ruth Kokobasi, and I'm here with a very special guest to talk about the topic you just saw on the timeline. So we're talking about accommodation here in Malta. And as usual, I don't like talking about this on my own. I always bring experts on the channel. So today I have with me a very beautiful lady, Magda. She's an agent here in Malta, and she'll be sharing with you an insight about getting accommodation spaces here in Malta. So,
Thank you for
welcome,
having me.
Magda.
Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to come to the show to talk to people about accommodation spaces here in Malta. So, regarding the accommodation spaces here, I'll be asking you some questions which I know some people will be having in the back of their heads, like, oh, I'm trying to move or relocate to Malta. What are the kind of things I should be looking out for? And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. So I have some questions jotted out here so I don't mix them and I will have the right information.
Yes.
So yeah, this is Magda, everyone. Do you want to
Hello.
introduce yourself briefly?
Yes. Hello. My name is Magda, and I am an agent. I'm here in Malta for quite a while,
Okay.
and I hope I will answer for all your questions.
Yeah. Welcome, Magda. So
Thank you.
on my list today I have first question that talks about the availability of accommodation in Malta. So, what type of accommodation are available here in Malta?
Right. The most popular accommodations are apartments, penthouses, studio apartments, um, and maisonettes. They're
Okay.
the most common, and also the house of characters, villas, but there are like
Okay.
more expensive.
Yeah. So those are the expensive sides.
Yes.
What type or what are the most expensive areas here in Malta?
The most expensive is definitely Pachaville in St. Julian's and Teeny Point in Slima.
Oh, okay. So what are the less expensive areas?
Less expensive, I would say it's north, like St. Paul's Bay area or Maliha, or south area, like Marsa Scala.
Okay,
Something
so
like that.
there's the north, central, and
South.
south here in Malta.
Yes.
So the northern part are less expensive,
Yes.
and the southern part are more expensive. That's for
Yes.
like tourists
Yes.
or
The central
expats.
are tourist places plus work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
most of people work in central areas.
That the central areas is Slema,
Snema, St. Julian's, Gzira, Amsida. Yeah.
Then the less expensive side, the north,
South.
the south.
South and north.
Okay.
They're less expensive, yes.
Okay, so what are like the typical rent prices now, like in 2023, if someone was to rent in the northern part or in the southern part of Malta?
The prices go up this year, and like two-bedroom apartments, like between 1.2 to 1.6.
Euros?
Yes.
Okay.
1,200 to 1,600 even.
Okay. That's in
Yes.
the northern part.
1,200 is like north area.
Okay, so if someone was to like budget for a two-bedroom, they should be budgeting for like 1,200 euros to 1,500.
Yes, something like that. Yes.
Okay. So, considering the shared apartment, is it the same as the normal rentals?
Yes, the share apartments prices for the share apartments are the same, and it's it's like a sharing apartment between friends. So
So
it's exactly the same price as
okay,
as
so
a
if the owner accepts for them to share, they just split the bills between each other.
yes.
Okay. So how can anybody find an accommodation to live here in Malta?
Um, there are two choices. You can find on marketplace, or you can contact with one of agencies.
Yeah. And she's an agent, so if you're looking for connect, you know the right place to come to. She's an agent, so she can always like connect you to this place if you're looking for an accommodation. And for the best places to live in Malta as at 2023, where would you say the like the best places are to live in Malta?
It's all depends what people are looking for. If they want to live close to work place, I think the most common is Slima and around Slima area. And if they want to live in some quiet place, I would suggest north.
Okay.
North
Okay. So as a family, where would you recommend? Like as a family of three or as a family of four with a large family, basically family, where would you recommend they live?
I think it's the same. If you want to live in a quiet, like for myself, I prefer live in a quiet place. Like I live in Maliha.
Yeah.
It's very quiet, and it's good place for children. A lot of schools.
Okay.
Nashar is good place as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because I think with the families, the most important is to live around the schools.
Yes, of course. Of
Yes.
course. So for the lease agreement here, how long can a person lease for?
The lease is for long let, the minimum is 1 year contract with defermo period. Defermo period is that if you sign a contract for 1 year, you can give a note to the owner after 6 months, and you can leave the apartment.
Okay.
And this will give you opportunity to get your deposit back.
Okay. I'm talking about that deposit. Do they actually return the deposit, the
Yes.
security deposit back?
If you leave the apartment in the condition similar like you when you move in, yes, you will get your deposit back.
Oh, okay. So try not to destroy anything in the house and you get your security deposit back. So how can a person secure an accommodation before moving to Malta? Like in my own case, when we were moving into Malta, we were like, oh, should we get an accommodation? How do we get it? And basically always like asking questions. So how can someone get an accommodation before getting to Malta?
I think the best way is to rent Airbnb on the beginning, like for 1 week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
And get to know the areas where you prefer to live.
Of course.
Find the apartment and put the deposit. If you put deposit, then you secure your property, and the property will be taken off from the market.
Okay. So first you get an Airbnb.
I think it's the best way. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's actually
That's how I did as well.
That's how I did as well. We got an Airbnb
Yes.
before moving, and it was for a month actually, so that we could actually see the place and know how we want to move around.
Yes.
Yeah. So and also, what can you say about like the negotiation parts? Can you negotiate the price, the rent price?
You always can negotiate. You always can negotiate. It's all depends of the owner if he's willing to drop the price. But like now, the winter is good time to negotiate the price for the rental. Yes.
Because summer you have lots of tourists, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And
It's
nobody
very good
wants
time
to.
now.
Okay. Do you know anything about like the check-in or check-out times in hotels?
I think check-in is around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. It depends of different hotels have different times, and check-out is between 10 or 11 a.m.
Okay. Would you advise someone to, if they're coming to Malta, they should like book their accommodation in advance, or that's to get a house. Or when you come to Malta, you now start searching for a house.
Yes, I think is better.
When you come to Malta.
When you come to Malta, you rent something on a site like Airbnb or hotel, and then you're looking for a place.
Yeah. Okay, but if there's access to Facebook Marketplace, can you
Yes.
actually get a place before you get to Malta?
Yes, you
From
can.
Facebook?
For example, you can do a video viewing with the owner and the agent, and you can see the place. So this is like a visual how the place looks like. So
Yeah.
you're sure that is this what you see on the pictures.
Really? Well, so how can someone avoid being scammed from all this? Because I had an experience, a terrible experience actually. We almost paid for this accommodation, and the lady was like, "Oh, you can email this person that she doesn't take up the person, and like she doesn't take up it what's it called? She doesn't take up families, or she doesn't take up the person trying to rent the place on her own." So she was like, go through an agent. And she sent us a couple of emails. And then she's like, oh, okay, to move forward, you have to make payments to this account. But like, how do we make payments without actually seeing the place? And also, how can someone avoid this type of scams on
This
Facebook
is
Marketplace?
definitely what you have to avoid. If someone asking you for the payments without seeing the apartment, is definitely something wrong.
Okay.
So the best is and the safer thing is to do is to go to the agent. Yeah, it's the safest way. Go in person to view the apartment, talk to the owner, and then you
In
know
the
that.
case that you're not in Malta and you go through like Facebook Marketplace and you want to actually get a place before moving to Malta, how can somebody just avoid being
You can
scammed?
contact the agent, and you can, like I said before, you can do video viewing.
Okay. Okay. So try to to be cautious out there because there are going to be lots of scam. First of all,
Yes.
you look at the rental area, yes,
Yes.
and you try to observe the communication, the feedback, and just be cautious so you don't get scammed out there. So, do you have any idea about like student accommodations in Malta?
Yes, the student accommodations are, they can rent a room. There's a lot of rooms to rent around the universities, like in MCDA, and they are quite affordable.
Okay. So, when you say affordable, how much do you think?
Some of the rooms cost around 350 euros to 650 euros. It all depends how the rooms look like, if it's double room or it's a single room or it's a shared room.
Okay. So, if you're a student and you want to stay in the accommodation, do you know if you can stay in this accommodation during like semester breaks and all?
Uh, you can rent a room like for the short let, or this is the maximum 6 months. Or you can rent for long let, and you can, of course, you can stay.
Okay,
for,
so
for this term.
as long as you pay for the accommodation, you can
Yes.
always pay. You can always stay after the semester breaks. Okay, okay. So concerning the agency fee, how much is always included in like the agency? How are the agency fee for someone getting an accommodation? How does it look
So
like?
agency fee is always 50% of monthly rent plus 18% VAT.
That's VAT.
Yes.
Okay. So I know you're an agent here, but like, would you would you advise someone to rent directly from owners instead of going through agents?
No, even before I start working as an agent, I go through the agency because I was a bit scared to rent with the owner because I read a lot of comments that the people get scammed.
from owners directly.
From the owners, and there are people that they pretending that they are owners. They putting photos of the apartments, what they're not them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that I think that was like a typical thing that happened to us. We're trying to rent directly from the owner. She said she was like an 86-year-old lady. She gave us a long story about how she was not living in Malta. She was currently in England and she has someone. Just long story. So I think basically, if you're going to be renting from an owner, you have to actually see the owner in person,
yes,
not online.
no,
Because
not online.
what you see versus what you get is
Exactly.
it's high. But so you try to avoid getting scammed. Well, you
Yes.
go through an agent. If you have the luxury of meeting an owner, you can actually go through an owner. Magda actually said it's wise to go through an agent. So yeah, back to her as an agent.
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, guys, you've heard it from Magda. And if you have any questions concerning how to get accommodations in Malta, please leave a comment in the comment area and I'll get back to you. So if you also want to get connected to Magda, I'll leave her email address. Yes?
Yes.
I'll leave her email address so you can contact her and try to get an accommodation. This is not a paid advert. I'm doing this because there are lots of people that are going to be asking questions in the moving and staying in Malta. So I'm just doing this to get you informed on how you can go about getting spaces and accommodation and easy tips just to just get your stay here in Malta better. So thank you guys for always stopping by, and I thank you, Magda, for
Thank you.
agreeing to do this. And please do not forget to like, share, and also subscribe to this channel for more information as this. And adios, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. The beginning expression.